You're not gonna believe this, but I shouldn't be here. But I am. And I suppose that I have to account for my actions somehow. I don't want to tell this story. I don't want to be here. And I don't want to keep talking to you. But I made a promise, and I'm going to keep it. I made a promise to the Brotherhood. No, it's not the Brotherhood that you think. It's a very special Brotherhood. You know, we live in a very special universe. Have you ever just really sat back and reflected on that? I'm not in any hurry. Though I should be. I'm in love with being alive. And I want you to be in love with being alive, too. So I gotta take my time. As they say, and as I am wont to repeat over and over, slow is smooth, and smooth is fast. When I'm on assignment, I really try to tie up loose ends. I like it all to kind of just come together. The characters go through a dramatic arc, and they learn what they need to learn to transform. But not all the characters survive to the end, and that's the lesson they need to learn as they're dying. Right when they're dead, they finally get it, and that's part of what I orchestrate as the conductor. You would think of me as a guardian angel, and you wouldn't be too far off the mark. But that's kind of a primitive designation, to be honest with you. I'm not a guardian angel. I don't know what I am. I just know that I'm on a mission. And then I get the call. It's more like a message. It's as if I had an earpiece and the message just came through. Now it's in my head, except there is no earpiece. It's just a message that shows up in my head. I know it's time to get to work. So here I am. And there are two people. Down there. They're having a conversation down there. On the curb. Waiting for the bus. Now, I know that the bus driver is never going to come. The bus will never arrive. is I know what's going on with the bus driver. And I know that these two people are going to sit there and just kind of not get it. They're not going to understand. See, the bus driver's not going to come because I don't want the bus driver to come. I want these two people to learn what they need to learn. I want the bus driver to learn what he needs to learn. And when these people learn what they need to learn, maybe you will learn. You know, I don't think the boss is coming. We've been waiting here for like 45 minutes. Do you think the bus is coming? Well, the more that you get impatient, the more that it doesn't come. You know how that is. What's that expression? A watched pot never boils. Is that what the expression is? Yeah, that's the expression. A watched pot never boils. A waited for bus never comes. So what are we gonna do? It's hot. I don't want to walk anywhere. I just want to wait for the bus. Or shouldn't we just do something? Shouldn't we just do something? No. It's my day off. I don't want to do anything. Well, it's hot. I mean, it's just gonna get hotter, you know? What is it? Oh my God, it's like 11. Do you know how hot it's gonna get? If we just stay here and wait, we're gonna melt. It's my day off. I don't care. I'll just melt. Maybe I won't have to go back to work tomorrow if I melt. But I don't have a job, and I would like to get a job. And if I sit here and just wait in the bus all day, it's just, I'm not gonna get a job. So you have a day off, but I'm just not even working. I'm unemployed, you know that? So take a day off from looking for a job. I mean, you can't get so uptight. If you're so uptight and you go in there for those job interviews, they're gonna know it. They're gonna be like, I don't want this guy. He's too uptight. Where the hell is the bus? I'm getting hungry. Well, you can go to the food truck over there if you want, but I'm just gonna wait. What are you waiting for? I'm waiting for the bus. Yeah, but what does the bus have to do with food? It doesn't have anything to do with food. But you just said you were gonna wait. I'm gonna wait for the bus. I'm gonna be waiting for the food. I'm not hungry. You're hungry. So go to the food truck and get some food. I'm gonna wait. You gonna wait for me? No, I'm gonna wait for the bus. But what if the bus comes when I'm over there at the food truck? Well, then I'm gonna go, and you're gonna stay here, and you're gonna wait for the next bus. It doesn't matter. You don't have a job. I'm just trying to relax, and you're stressing me out because you're asking me all these questions about, oh, what am I gonna do? 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 Wait. Stop. Just go get your fucking food. Shut up. I'm trying to relax. It's my day off. Where... Why are you so frustrated? Because that's a bus right there and it's just passing us. It's not the right bus. It's not the right number. Look at the number. I don't even know why, if it's the wrong number, they can't just stop anyways and pick us up. That's ridiculous. No, it's not ridiculous, because every bus has a route, and if they go off the route and pick up people, then that's going to mess up the time schedule. I know, but we've been waiting. Yeah, I know. So if we've been waiting a long time, they should just come and they should actually just see it. Oh, look, those people look like they need a ride. Maybe I should come over there and just pick them up. Yeah, but then think about it. What if you have to go someplace that they don't want, or that's not on the route? And then you're like on the bus wanting to get to the place you need to go, but it's not on the route. And then you're just like upset because they're not dropping you off where you need to get dropped off. You always get to complicate things. Why don't you go get some food? I'm going to be waiting. I'm going to be waiting? Yeah, I know you're going to be waiting. Why'd you tell me you're going to be waiting? You already told me that. Because I'm hungry. Well, come to the food truck and get some food. We're not going to get the bus. There's no bus. There is no bus. No. After praying. Okay. I pray. When I don't get my way, I pray. Okay. Alright. What are you praying for? I'm praying that the bus will come. Hello? You've not been listening to me. I'm praying that the bus will come! Okay, don't get pissed off at me. Well, it's just disrespectful because you're laughing at me. I'm not laughing. I'm not laughing at you. I did not laugh at you. I didn't laugh. I just think it's just a little bit. A little bit. What? Nothing. No, what is it? What is it? It's a little bit what? It's nothing, it's just different. That's all. It's different. That's all. It's different. Well, I think it's times like this, times like these right here that tests our faith. So I like to pray. Okay. Well, just can you pray so that we don't have to sit out here in this heat because it is totally warming up. It's totally warming up. So you see, they're just friends. It's a cute friendship. They're not lovers or anything. And they're not brothers and sisters. They're just friends. And she's praying, so I'm here. But you know, if I just go and answer her prayer, it gets a little boring. Like, what does she learn if she just gets everything she wants, right? So yeah, we're listening. But we're not automatically just doing whatever the heck you want us to do. Because there's a few reasons. Number one, it's boring. Okay? Number two, it's boring. And number three, it's boring. Boring, boring, boring. You're not here to just get every wish granted. And what's the fun for me? If you were to get every wish granted right when you want it, just the way that you want it, just because you're praying, would that really be good for you? Would that build your character in the slightest? Adversity. You've heard the angel of death? Well, you can call me the angel of adversity. For example, let's take a look at the bus driver. The bus driver, as you can see, is lost in his thoughts. He's late. He doesn't much care. He wants to quit. He's tired of these people. These Angelinos. Nothing like driving a bus in LA on a hot summer day. Thing is, he's been doing it for, maybe 30 years. Since he was quite young, actually. He's not a terribly old bus driver. But he's fed up. He's fed up with attitude and entitlement. And so he's late. It's dangerous to be late as a bus driver, but especially if you're in LA. Because then people get all upset with you. But this bus driver, he wants people to be upset with him. That way, he gets to throw them off the bus. Or he gets to keep the door closed so they don't even get on the bus. Okay, so I'll just get started here. And so he gets started. And so he drives and he picks up people and he deposits people. Here, there, goes his route. And then he comes up to the two kids. I say kids, they're in their early 20s. He's 50-ish, 55. Young looking, not too old looking. Look at these two kids. All right. Welcome. Come on in. Well, let's just sit in the front. I want to talk to him. Excuse me, sir. Yes? Me and my friend here were just... Yes? Well, I wanted to ask you a question. Go ahead. Ask a question. Well, we were just, we were waiting for a while. Yes? Yeah, we were waiting for a while. He was getting hungry. He almost went for the food truck. I told him not to go to the food truck because then he missed the bus. Okay? Yeah. What do you want to know? How do you know I want to know? Lady, it's written all over your face. I've been doing this job for 30 years. I can read people's faces. You're upset with me because I was late. I was upset. I wouldn't say I was upset with you because I didn't know who you were. I didn't know you. I know you now. I'm not upset with you. Now I'm curious what was going on with, why you were late. Who says I was late? Well, I mean, according to the bus schedule. According to the bus schedule, you were not on time, I guess. Excuse me, sir, what she's trying to say. You don't have to tell me what she's trying to say, young man. I know exactly what she's trying to say. Yeah, don't do that. I'm sorry, sir. I just want... No, don't give me just anything. Just be quiet. I'm gonna drop you both off at the next stop. Would you like that? No, sir, I would not. I'm just happy to be here. You're happy to be here. You're happy to be here on my bus. What kind of bullshit is that? You're not happy to be here on my bus. No, I am. I need to go to a job interview. I don't even have a job right now, so I need to be on this bus so I can go get a job. So yeah, I'm really happy that I'm here. Absolutely. Why don't you have a job, young man? That's all you have to say is for why you don't have a job. Well, I would suspect that's why you don't have a job. Because you're inarticulate. Okay. Excuse me, sir? You're insulting my friend when you were the one who was late. Don't insult my friend. He's unemployed. It's hot. We have to go somewhere. We're hungry. And just please don't. I like you. Okay. That's creepy. No, I don't like you in that way. I just like your spice. I'm probably not gonna kick you off, but you? Guy? I don't know if I'm gonna kick you off the bus or not. Sir, I'm sorry. I don't even know what I'm doing. I'm unemployed. If you kick me off the bus, I go and walk to the job interview. I'm going to be late. I'm not going to get the job. I don't give a fucking rat's ass whether you're late for the job or not. I don't like your attitude. I don't like your energy. To me, you're like defeated. You're a fatalist. You think everything's predetermined. You're not going to get your job. No, it's because of your energy. Sir, I don't know if I'm going to get the job or not. No, you're not going to get the job. I could tell you that right now. I'm sorry, are we still on the route? I'm taking a break. What is it, spicy? I don't understand how a bus driver can just stop at a stop and take a break. There's a lot you don't understand about bus drivers. If I want to take a break, I'll take a break. You can't do that. I know that your boss would not allow you to just be late and then say, oh, I want to take a break after I don't even know how many stops you've already made, but it's probably not that many if you've been late. No, I made about 6 stops. 6 stops! We've got 6 stops to go. No, you have more than that. Okay, but we have to get there. You want to walk? No, we're not going to walk. Okay, then. Tone it down, Spicy. Okay, so we're just going to sit here, engine idling. I'm going to sit here as long as I want to. So this young man, you have a job interview, huh? Yeah. How old are you? I'm 22. Okay. Tell me what kind of job interview you gonna get. I'm sorry, what? What kind of job interview are you gonna get? I want to be a host at Red Lobster. A host? At fucking Red Lobster? Yes, sir. Who the F wants to be a host at Red Lobster? It's like an entry position. Once you get to be the host, then they trust you. That's what the job opening is for. And then if you get your foot in the door and they trust you, then you can be a waiter. And this is, down by the ocean, so you can just make a lot of money. You're not going to be making the money as a host. No, I mean, not a lot as a host, no, but it's a job, and it'll get me started, it'll get my foot in the door, and I'll be a waiter, and then, maybe someday a manager. You're not manager material. Okay. All right. Don't insult my friend like that. Okay? You're a bus driver, so don't sit there and tell him that he's not manager material. That's rude, and you really don't have much room to talk. I'm sorry. You're a bus driver. You're an old man. I don't know how old you are, but you're fucking past your prime. So don't tell my friend that he's a loser when you're not a winner. Okay, I like that. I don't understand you. Why would you like that if I just took a shit on you? I like it when people are real. I'm real. Yeah, I like that. Your friend, on the other hand, is saying he wants to be a host at Red Lobster. That's not real. That's bullshit. Okay, well, the reason he wants to do that is because he doesn't have many opportunities, and he saw a job opportunity. He's like, I should try out for it. And besides, hello, restaurant industry. If he becomes a waiter there, that's a popular place. He can make a lot of money, and then maybe, I don't know, opportunities. The restaurant industry's not a bad place. No, it's decent. It's better than driving a bus, sorry. Is it? Yeah, I mean, you're just doing the same route every day. And you're late. And then you just take breaks whenever you want. And then you're just rude. You don't know anything about me. I don't know anything about you. Yeah, you don't. I know. I don't know anything about you. I just know you're rude to my friend. I am not rude to him. Yeah, you're rude. Sorry. I hope you don't kick me off the bus. No, I would not kick you off the bus. I love it. I love your energy. Okay. Well, that makes one of us. You're clearly a masochist if you love my energy. No, I love your energy because you're real. You're real. Well, my friend is real too. No, your friend isn't. Your friend's a coward. What? No, I said he's a coward. We're still gonna get kicked off this bus. No, you're not. We're just gonna take a rest here. So, son, why don't you believe in yourself? So, Pops, why don't you believe in yourself? Why are you giving him the hard questions? You don't believe in yourself. You're a fucking bus driver. Okay, so why is a bus driver such a disreputable job, young lady? You clearly need to be on this bus so that your friend can actually get a job. You need a bus. Without this bus, you guys aren't doing what you need to be doing, so why all the stink? Why are you pretending like this blue-collar job is inessential when it is absolutely essential? It's not that. Okay, well then what is it? It's that... What is it? I don't know. I don't know. There's something about doing a job over and over and over again that just is not stimulating. And when you're laying into my friend about being a host at Red Lobster, I'm like, who are you to tell him that he's a loser? I'm telling him that he's a loser because I know that he can be more than that. Maybe, but not now. He's like 22, and he's never held down a job before. Okay. Why? Why have you never held down a job before? Because in college, I just didn't know how to hold down a job, I guess. I just thought they were all stupid. Okay. And being a host at Red Lobster isn't stupid. No, it's stupid. It's stupid, yeah. Okay. And why? Why is it stupid? It's just the same activity over and over again. Isn't this a lovely conversation? I set this up. So originally the bus driver is down there, really disaffected with his own life. 30 years. And while it hasn't been the same route for 30 years, it's been the same city. And the people have changed, but they haven't. They're still disconsolate. There's an all-pervasive nihilism that's like smog above the city, but it's in the people's hearts. And so they all kind of infect each other. This contagion, this transmissible abyss that affects them all. Heavy souls. And they find each other. But with the right intervention, they can start to become catalysts for one another. Because even though the bus driver wasn't really praying for my intercession, she was. And so it's my duty to look at the chessboard and see what I can do, what pieces I can move. Because you humans are here to learn. We're all here to learn. I'm here to learn. It's gonna blow your mind, but right now I'm a chess piece as well. And I have no idea who's moving me and what they're doing with me as I'm doing this with these people. I don't know what I am. But I know that I don't know what I am. You guys, these three, you don't even know that you don't even know what you are. And that's fine. There's no point in getting arrogant, even if I'm just one grade above you. I'm not, but I am. There's just nothing to get arrogant about. I will do things that I don't understand either, and I will learn lessons as well. And I'll have no idea how it all happened. Just like these three are gonna get it either. So he's feeling rather dispossessed about life. Every morning it's just a little bit harder for him to go to his job, buckle his seatbelt, and go pick up people, drop them off at the same old stops. It's a circuit. He doesn't know why he's doing it, but he does know that he sweats a lot. Gets those drops of sweat down the side of his face. He's well shaven. Overweight. He has those shoes, those black shoes that look kind of rubbery with very thick soles, and he wears those bus pant slacks. Bus blue shirt. Yeah. The shirt is lighter blue than the pants. He doesn't know why he's doing what he's doing, which is why he can't stand Red Lobster Boy. The Red Lobster Boy is him nearly 30 years ago. And so it's like he's berating the kid so that the kid doesn't grow up and become the aimless bus driver. But I want you to know something, that it's not too late just because he's 55 and he's not even praying. And she's in her mid-20s. She's a little bit older than the boy. She's diligently praying. It's funny because she's the saucy, spicy one. And yet she gets it. She has a lot of attitude, a lot of sass. But she gets it. The boy doesn't get it. The man doesn't get it. She gets it. What does she get? She just knows that she's being heard. Imagine you can't see me, but you can feel me. And you don't know that I am who I am. You don't know what I am, why I am, where I am, what I do, what I can do, how I do it. You just feel me and you start talking to me. It's because you need something. That's amazing, don't you think? I do the same thing. I quote-unquote pray. It's a little bit different than you guys, but it's essentially the same thing. This bus driver, it's not too late for him. He's a good man. My job is to find out how to help these people grow through moving the chess pieces. Okay? So I want this boy and girl to grow in a certain way because I look right at them and I can just read their energy, their kind of psycho-spiritual profile. It's very evident to me because I'm here in this other dimension and I can see all of the kind of information that is emanating from you, and I could see it like letters on a computer screen. Now, if you, let's say, if the boy were to see what I see, you would call it telepathy. You can see what's on each other's computer screen, and you can see it all around. I see all that. And I see that for the bus driver, too. And, humans are fun. They think that this is, them praying to God. And I get that. They're definitely praying to a higher power. Now, in some cases, it's their own higher self, but today it's not that. Today it's me. Some days, your higher self takes a break and, I'm kind of like a contract higher self. When your higher self goes on vacation, they hire me to come in and do the job. But I have to observe, unlike your higher self, who just knows what information to give you or what you should do. I've got to study. And it is like chess for me. Your higher self is not just like infinitely powered or infinitely attentive. They gotta go on vacations too. And so they call in someone like myself. And I have to suss out the situation. Of course, I'm given a briefing from your higher self. The major details and bullet points about your life and what you want and your difficulties, etc. Then I read the memo. I get up to speed. But it is interesting, isn't it? Because when I see these two kids, it's like I'm called in to actually work with the girl because her higher self is on vacation. And so I work with the girl, and the boy hasn't developed any kind of relationship with the higher self at all, nor has the bus driver. But because I'm contracted to the girl, I'm also going to be working with the boy, and I can see the bus driver coming down the street. And I can see what's going on in their information field. I can read that quite clearly. Again, it's like words on a computer screen. And so in order to orchestrate her growth, facilitate, catalyze her growth, the growth of her soul, I'm going to need to move the various pieces. The pieces of people who haven't developed a relationship with their higher self, but because I'm actually now kind of puppeteering them, they're going to start waking up to something beyond them. And so I put thoughts into their information field. I'm sending the boy some thoughts now. And the bus driver. Yeah. Can you hear it? The bus. It's not a bus, it's a garbage truck. It's gonna get noisy around here. We'll just wait for a moment. Have you ever listened to a garbage truck at 4:30 in the morning? Noisy bugger. Run along now. Not going to be running along. I won't talk over a garbage truck. It's disrespectful. Backing up. Looks like it's gone. So it's not too late for the bus driver. The bus driver doesn't have a relationship with anything greater. Nor does the boy. But I'm going to be planting some seeds. Because that's part of the journey that you humans need to take, is the development of a relationship with something higher. Now, it can be your higher self, and that's wonderful, but it could be with agents like myself when we fill in for your higher self. And honestly, and I wouldn't say this to your higher self, but they can get lazy sometimes. You know, they're so accustomed to your foibles, and they tend to just kind of tune out sometimes. And your higher self can be hanging with the higher self of the person you're talking to, and they could just be like, you know, lounging around and drinking martinis. And they're not really paying attention to you, your trials, your tribulations, your travails, because they're at a bar just catching up. And then they're like, yeah, okay. And they look down at you and they're like, okay, they're fine. So how's it been in the astral realm? Oh, I've been thinking the great thoughts up here. I love it. I love it. It's just to know what I know. Such a great break. And of course, you know, when these two higher selves are talking and drinking martinis, and you know, they've got the toothpick with the olive on it and putting it between their teeth and doing little sword battles. They're just like me. They don't know that they're chess pieces in a game either. It's crazy. I mean, good crazy, but the chess game is infinite. So there's no point in getting arrogant, but there's also no point in getting hopeless. And really, you just need to think it through. Adopt a joyful attitude in the face of infinity, in the face of eternity, an eternity of infinity. You might as well smile. Have a good time. So anyways, the bus driver, it's time for the bus driver to grow. He's been stuck for a few decades. He isn't an advanced human, but he's advanced enough. And nor is the boy an advanced human. And when I say advanced human, I really mean their souls are just kind of freshly minted in the human body. They haven't been human in human incarnations many times. So the boy's probably, the soul that's in that boy's body right now probably only had 4 or 5 human bodies, human lifetimes before the current human lifetime. In looking at the bus driver, it would be about the same. Maybe a few more human lifetimes than the boy, but approximately the same. I mean, they're just kind of green. They're green. And so the more that I interact with them, the more they get the sense, that feeling, that there's just something more to reality. And that's really the reason behind the bus driver's angst. You see that the bus driver's been doing the same thing over and over and over again. Well, anyone in touch with a higher frequency of being would just be driven mad by that. But it's taken him about 30 years to get driven mad by it. So you can see how far behind he is, but he's not. I mean, as I said, infinity within eternity. If you want to think that this bus driver's behind, because he's only had several lifetimes, like 6 or 7 lifetimes of being a human, and if you want to think that that boy's behind because he's only had like 4 or 5, it doesn't make sense, because there are trillions upon trillions to the trillionth power of beings that aren't nearly this far along. But then there are trillions upon trillions to the trillionth power of beings who are way past this. And way past me. So yeah, I get a little arrogant sometimes, and I laugh and I'm amused. But then I have a reality check. What's it? An ego check, as they say. Plus, I'm just filling in. I'm like a substitute teacher. I don't even know where that girl's higher self went. But the girl's higher self, the girl herself, she's been a human for many lifetimes. Like 100, who knows, I'm just guessing. Way beyond Lobster Boy and Bus Driver. Okay, and I know that because the more she incarnates as a human, the more she feels that there's something beyond the human. Okay, because she's surrounded by beings that are beyond the human, but only after she's incarnated so many times can she actually start to feel their presence. And so she starts to communicate with them in the form of prayer. Meanwhile, Lobster Boy and Busman, they aren't old enough as souls, as human souls, to sense me. And it's when the human soul starts to sense that there's more, that's when they start connecting to it, and that's when they start building that higher self. And you may think, well, what does the higher self get out of it? That's a good question. The higher self is just a bridge to higher sentience. And that higher sentience is also learning. Also learning. Going on an adventure. And that higher self, you guessed it, has its own higher self. You see how maddening it is? Absolutely maddening, but why? Why so serious? Why so serious? When you get down to it, you know the only answer is joy. The only answer is joy. So, are we gonna keep staying here? Because my friend is gonna miss his job. Yeah, maybe we will. I really don't get it. Why would you do that to him? I'm doing it for him. Lobster boy, you don't want that job. No, I don't. So why are you going there? Why are you going to be a host at Red Lobster? That doesn't make sense. You don't want to do that. Because I need to make money, man. I don't have any other options. I fucked around and I found out. Oh, yeah? Yeah, I fucked around and I found out. Okay. Okay. You mean like when you were in college, you just didn't take anything seriously? No, I didn't. I didn't take anything seriously. And so you feel like now that you're out of college, you gotta go and do some stupid retarded job. I don't feel like I have to do that, man. It's just, that's what it is. It is what it is. Why? I don't know, man. I don't know. I mean, you're a bus driver, bro. Why are you lecturing me on getting a job with dignity? It doesn't make any sense. Actually, it does. I'm like the perfect person to tell you not to get a shitty-ass job. Why? Because you got one? Because I've had one for about 30 years. Well, you said that, I think you said something about how it's like super worthwhile. It's super worthwhile. I mean, it's not a shitty job if it's like helping people, right? Well, that's the good part about it, yeah. That is the good part. Okay, well, I mean, can a host at Red Lobster also just, help people get a table? Yeah. Of course. And isn't that like good? It's good, yeah. So can we go? This is a really long bus stop. No, we're not going anywhere. Mister, please, I don't know, are you wanting to get fired today? Because I know your boss is not going to accept this. And I don't even want to sound threatening, but I could report you. Missy, I know you could. I know you could. He knows I'm stopped. I'm just not talking to him on the phone. He's trying to get in touch with me. He's getting an update on the status of the bus. He knows I'm here. So aren't you afraid of getting fired? No. So you can literally do this? Is it because you've been like a bus driver for 30 years? No. I could get fired. That is not outside the realm of possibility, but that does not mean that I'm afraid of getting fired. I'm not afraid of getting fired. Well, then you would just be getting on a bus and driving with us to go get another job. Wouldn't that be hilarious? No, it would not be hilarious because I wouldn't do it. Because you have retirement? No, that's not the reason. For whatever reason, I feel like there's something about us meeting that's special. What? Yeah, that's why I stopped. That's why we're not going anywhere. Wow. Okay. You mind telling me what it is that's so special about us meeting? I don't know. It's worth losing my job, though. Wow. This is interesting. Because I was praying earlier for you to come. Yeah? You pray? I would not expect that. Yeah, I pray. Every day. Really? Who do you pray to? God? Angels? Guides? Higher self? Oh, really? Yeah? Why do you do that? Because I need help. You need help, huh? Yeah, I need help. So you just ask for help. Yeah. I just ask. Hey, what kind of help are you talking about? Like getting bused so my friend can go get a job at Red Lobster? Okay. Well, I'm here. Yeah, except that we're not getting to Red Lobster. He's not gonna get the job. He's late. That's right. And I'm most likely gonna lose my job. Because I'm late. What did you mean when you said like you felt like this was just kind of meant to be or something? Did I say that? You said something about that. I don't remember exactly. It was like something like that. What did you mean by that? Oh, just... Your friend's trying to get a job that's meaningless? Now, I know it's meaningless. He doesn't know it's meaningless, but I know it's meaningless. I want to quit a job that's meaningless. And your friend actually knows that my job is meaningless. And he told me. So, just by myself, it's like I don't have the clarity. But when I talk to you two, and I see what he's embarking upon, I get clarity. And I just sit here. And I don't care if people are getting off or on the bus. I don't care if my boss is calling the bus. I don't care if I'm gonna get fired and not have a job tomorrow. It's just something just clicked into place when I met you two. What Lobster Boy is doing, it's what I did 30 years ago. And again, I'm not saying that the bus driver is an ignoble profession. It isn't. But I didn't go into it because it was a noble profession. I went into it because of the way he's thinking. The way he's thinking is the way I was thinking back then. I feel really afraid that if I don't get this job, I'm just gonna starve. I don't want to have any place to live. You know, I'll just be a homeless bum. No, I really am afraid of that. I can't see any other options. I can't. Yeah. Believe me, I understand. It's because you believe that you won't have any other options and you will just do the shitty job, and 30 years later you'll be driving a bus and you'll be talking to kids like you. And you'll start wondering how many times this has happened. And whether it has to keep happening forever and ever and ever. Or maybe you just start waking up. You wake up. And you're like, this doesn't have to keep happening. I mean, son, you are me 30 years ago. Do you want to be me 30 years from now? Talking to a kid just like you and telling him the story that I'm telling you now? Times are changing. And we're waking up. We're waking up to infinity. I'm just starting to feel like there's something else. That there's something bigger. Can you feel it? I can totally feel it. It's that something bigger that put me in touch with you two.